When I'm trying to understand the creator from the human terms, maybe he's just dreaming this thing. Maybe God is somebody who's very dynamic, who's moving. Maybe he's having fun, dancing. Does God have to be a male?
As it has brought forth this creation like a woman, it must be a she, not a he.
Then there is another question which comes into my mind. God has created everything, so He's existed for longer period than anything in this world. So, with my limited understanding of how the world functions, things are created, then they age, then they die. Though I may not be very comfortable with this idea of death of God, I think so the God must be really old. So when I am trying to project my human appearance onto the God, does the God have to be old? So ultimately it threatens me that whether the God will also die. Then I resolve and say, no, God cannot be old. Not even, in terms of look, as old as me. Then I create a very youthful God, like a boy. We call him Kumara.
Kumara is the primary deity of Kaumara. Kumara is also known as Muruga or Kartikeya in South India and Skanda in the north. Skanda is derived from the legends of Alexander. Alexander is the westernized pronunciation of Al-Skandar, Al being the honorific. Kumara is youthful, hence portrayed as a warlord, destroying various demons such as Tarakasura, Padmasura, etc. In certain parts of the country, women refuse to worship Kartikeya as they feel that the Lord weans away their men to war.
Then I go on to think more and say, am I not being a little parochial about projecting my own image of being a human being onto a God? Does he really look like me? Or does he look at all like something else? Then I get confused and then come to a conclusion. Maybe it is a mix of a human, animal, or maybe it's not too tall, not too short, not too bulky, not too appealing, not too appealing. Then I say no, just take a handful of mud, formless, and just put it. And then take maybe take a little bit of turmeric paste, put it, and call it Ganapati.
Ganapati is the prime deity of Ganapatyam. Ganapati is also known as Ganesha, Vigneshwara, Vinayaka, etc. Myth states that Ganapati was formed by Parvati from dirt, so formless. Ganapati is the most explored form by the artists and the artisans of India and elsewhere.
So this is how I'm coming to terms with my gods. Even then, I don't see my God. Is there a way I can see my God? Is there something which can represent that in the existing universe? Then I see this bright globe, bright disk in the sky, and see that is the exact practical representation of God. And you have Surya.
Surya is the principal deity of Sauryam. Sun worship is the most common among all the cultures across the globe. Surya was also known as Mitra, Aditya, and Savitra. Sun gods lost their prominence due to the predictability of sun's movements.
In India, the human mind had been very active to discuss spirituality, and we have various concepts of God all coexisting.
Adi Shankara brought six of these concepts together and called it Shanmatam. There were other concepts as well. Maybe they did not impress upon him as profound as these six to be included in the group.
These are my influences, and those are fascinating for me. As they say in these parts of the country, Kandavar Vindilar, Vindavar Kande. Those who have seen have not revealed, and those who attempt to reveal have never seen.